Hey there, Ospreys! Welcome to another campus update with Inside Swoop. I'm Caitlin McManus, here to bring you up to date on what's going on this week. After almost a month of quarantine, I'm sure we're all looking for fun things to do during the weekend to hopefully stop the days from blending together. This weekend, travel to the theme parks, only this time avoid the heat, the crowds, and the traffic. The Orlando Tourism Board is offering virtual tours of all 4 Disney parks, Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios, and also Universal Studios and their Island of Adventures. You can access these through their website, visitorlando.com. These virtual tours allow users to view the streets of the empty parks and visualize that they are there. There are even YouTube videos that allow 360-degree views of rides at the park, allowing for the full experience. Take a fun virtual trip to switch things up this weekend, Ospreys. For everyone around the world, online shopping has been the easiest and the safest way to shop. But with an overload of orders coming in non-stop, it's hard to get everything done in a timely manner. Inside Swoop's Ashanti Hall takes you behind the scenes of what goes on after you submit your order.
This is the Jacksonville St. John's Town Center. An area that is known to be crowded with people daily now only has a couple of cars in the parking lot. Due to COVID-19, this is the sad reality of thousands of shopping plazas around the nation, but essential businesses such as Target is still open for business. Even though less people are coming inside the store, customers are still shopping online, causing an overwhelming increase of work amongst workers in the store.
Roughly 500 to 600 orders per day that were placed online.
Target team member Nicholas Shakira says that online orders have increased so much that almost everyone working in the store must help out to get things done in time.
So those orders have drastically increased since quarantine started and COVID-19 came about. Now we're roughly seeing about 2,000 to 3,000 orders a day. When we receive those orders, it takes a lot of team members to fulfill them. So we're getting kind of overloaded. There is a lot of people that are being overworked right now, considering that they're essential and they're the only ones working.
Even though it's easier to get your items from online, the process of completing an order is much easier said than done, especially while being timed.
So basically when we get an order, we are timed as to how long it takes us to fulfill all the items within that order. You go around the store, you shop for the guests, basically, collect all the items, scan them in, package them, and then either ship them out or have them ready for the guests to pick up.
While you can have your items picked up in store or delivered to your house, some items are eligible to be received through Target's curbside pickup service.
Drive Up is a pretty neat way of picking up an order, but instead of sending it out like with a shipping label, it would be placed in a special Drive Up bag, and then we would bring it out to your car when you arrive to the store. You should use that because it kind of limits the exposure between the two people. Yes, there is minimal contact, and we can still kind of abide by that 6-foot distancing rule.
Even with the added safety precautions Target has set in place, Shakira still feels that he is at risk of catching the virus.
I feel the threat is still there for the people who are abusing the fact that we are open. I do think we should be open specifically for essential items. People coming in shopping for clothing items and TVs and basketballs, like that's not something that I view as very important right now. 60 to 70 team members within the day scheduled to work there, so that's a lot of people that have the possibility of becoming infected.
Shakira says the best way to get your orders is to have them shipped directly to your house. That way you can keep you, your family, and the Target team members safe. Ashanti Hall, Inside Swoop.
College students all around the world are being impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. While the semester continues on, just at home, many students are struggling to adjust to a remote learning atmosphere with some classes that are difficult to change. Students have had to learn ways to make the transition as easy as possible to still complete their assignments and learn the material. Caleb Schaefer, an interior design major at the Savannah College of Art and Design, shared with us a photo of his at-home workspace. He has to continue many of the hands-on projects from his own home. The catch is, he doesn't have all the same materials that were provided at school. And working from home lacks the shared creative energy that he felt in the classroom.
The lack of communication and the lack of being able to go and walk to someone else's desk and see what they're doing and have a pin-up space to see everyone else's things and see what everyone else is doing and how they're progressing is a little bit different. It's a bummer to everything. It makes you kind of feel alone, and designing isn't the same either.
Art students aren't the only ones impacted. Paxton Kane, an exercise science major at the University of North Florida, can no longer receive the hands-on instruction through her labs that were beneficial to her learning. Her labs are now done online and through the textbooks.
Having lab was really beneficial to me, and since we started it, it's been okay because they have a bunch of different resources, but it definitely doesn't compare to real-life classwork. And we have the PAL study section, which is for labs, and so we basically view microscope slides, the cat slides, because we do dissect the cat, and so that's been a big part of anatomy and physiology too, is looking at the different organ systems using the dissected cat. So we look at pictures of those, look at torso models of the human, and all these different things to try to learn, and then our teacher posts another lecture PowerPoint with her speaking over it in the background to try and give us the same environment as a lab, but there's not really much you can do in a situation like this.
As the semester begins to wind down and students are finally adapting to the sudden change in plans, they can't help but be thankful and hopeful that they will no longer have to struggle with the online remote learning. With the kiddos home from school, they need something to keep them entertained when their virtual classes are over. With all the available electronic devices, it's easy for them to find something to do. But how much time is too much time spent on devices? Inside Swoop's Ashanti Hall is here with more on the story.
I'm staying healthy, trying to stay away from a lot of people, trying not to go outside, playing my laptop, playing Roblox, playing Madden, playing 2K.
This is TJ Stanley's daily routine because his in-person classes are canceled. While he has completed a majority of his schoolwork for the year, it leaves him to have more time to play on video games, which can lead to bigger problems in the future. In a recent study, it was found that children should spend no more than 1 hour a week on video games. This will allow for them to achieve high test scores and better motor skills. In another study, it was found that it's not how long children play on the video game, it's the type of games that are being played that gives a negative impact. Games such as Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, and Fortnite are just a few games that neurologists warn parents about. These games can cause behavior changes and can make your children become violent. If you are unsure if a game is right for you or your child, just check the back of a video game cover and it will have a rating. E stands for everyone and is intended for all ages. T stands for teens and is intended for adolescents and may show some violence and use of profanity. M is for mature audiences only and may contain violence, drugs, strong profanity, and sexual images, including nudity. For more information, visit the Internet Software Rating Board at www.esrb.org. Ashanti Hall, Inside Swoop.
Well, that's another edition of Inside Swoop. Tune in next time for more campus information. I'm Caitlin McManus. Thanks for joining me on Inside Swoop.